A few weeks ago, I released my 18th book and I titled it The Smart Woman Praying Wife. Now, between then and now, many people have asked me, why did I write a prayer book and why is it so important to pray for your spouse? And I'll tell you where it all began. A few months ago, I went on a summer vacation with my family. And one day I took a stroll down the street just to clear my head and stretch my legs. On my way down the street, I heard very vividly in my mind, when last did you pray for your husband? Now, to my surprise, I'm like, I pray for him every day, so why is that a concern? But the question kept troubling me till I walked down the road and I started coming back. And in between that time and the time I opened the door, God gave me 25 areas that I need to pray more specifically for my spouse. Why is praying for your spouse important? I'll share with you the 10 things I wrote down in this book. Number one, praying for him is a command. It's important for us to pray for our spouses because God says we should. And if you're a child of God and you understand that whenever someone talks, you show submission by obeying them, you would obey this command. The second thing is that praying makes him a better man. The same way for your spouse as well. When you pray for your spouse, you help to improve and shape their lives because you're not just praying for them, you're also praying for yourself. The third reason is that it draws them closer to God. When you think about their spiritual life, when you think about their commitment to faith, their commitment to giving, their commitment to the service of God, and you pray about that specifically, if you believe in the words that you're speaking, you will see the manifestation. Let me ask you a question. Have you felt spiritually connected to someone just because you prayed for them? Or have you woken up and seen a message on your phone and in your mind you felt, oh, I just prayed for that person? Or you feel like there's something going on in your life and at the back of your mind you can sense that there's somebody praying for you. Praying is spiritual, and when you're doing that for your spouse, you're helping them to build their connection with God. Another reason why praying is important is it helps you to forgive. I remember when we first got married, we used to have what we call crown. And crown were those moments where you're angry, he's angry, and you're just not talking to one another, and you're rolling your eyes, slamming the doors. We used to laugh at ourselves those times because I think we lost valuable time that we could spend together by just being angry with one another. You cannot pray for someone you're angry with. You cannot even pray well for someone that you haven't forgiven. So praying helps you to forgive the other person. And by praying for that person, you let go of all those hurt and pain that you have on the inside. Another reason why it's good to pray for your spouse is it strengthens the other person. Prayer brings strength. And when you pray for the other person and you lift them up every morning, you kind of charge the atmosphere for their own life, their career, and their day. And whatever it is that you're praying for, you start to see it shape up in their lives just because you prayed. Another reason why you should pray for your spouse is it helps to show that you prioritize them in your life. I don't know about you, but if you've been married, having a spouse that recognizes that you prioritize them is a great feeling. I remember when the BlackBerry just came out and a friend of mine bought me one. And I enjoyed chatting on BlackBerry. I enjoyed, getting into those groups and just giggling and laughing. And there were times when I lost sight of intimacy with my spouse. Anytime he was going to talk to me, I probably was giggling about something on the phone and I wasn't even listening. What praying does for you, it helps to build intimacy and it helps the other person to know that in the midst of everything you have going on in your life, you prioritize them over your job, over your money, over your kids, over your career, over your relationships. Praying for them helps you to be selfless. Because you can't pray for someone if you're so full of yourself and all you're thinking about all day is yourself. There are times when I'm going in traffic and I'm just thinking about my spouse and how his day is going, what he's doing at work, maybe if he has a presentation or a project or he's traveling. Keeping him in my mind helps me to be selfless. That way I'm sharing my life with him. The last thing I want to remind you about is praying is an investment. When this person has been committed to you and you are committed to this person, it's important that you pray for them. What it does is you're giving them an eternal gift that money cannot buy. And making it contagious is the fact that when I'm praying for you, he's praying for me. And when two of us are praying for one another, it just creates a ripple effect. Invest in your spouse and you will see the difference it will make in your life. Now, I hope that you found this very helpful. The Smart Woman Praying Wife is available on Amazon, it's available at Pataba bookshops, and it's available on my website. If you haven't gotten a copy, I encourage you to get one. Whether you're in a relationship already, whether you're committed to someone already, or whether you're even thinking about it in the future, this book will help you as a single woman and also as a married woman. We must learn to pray, and I wish you the best as you pray.